Why do people fail? Is it because they don't know what failure is? Or they are cursed to fail? Well, I know that failure is when you miss the fundamentals of the kind of success you need in your life. Let us take, for example, English language. If you want to be able to understand, to speak, and to write the English language, you should learn it for at least 12 years. So it means there is no shortcut to understanding English language. If you really want to be able to make an impact in the language, then you should consider learning English for at least 12 good years. And of course, if you want to take it through the formal system of education, then you would have to pass through some kind of periods or some kinds of class or some kinds of examination to be sure you really understand, you really can speak, and of course you can write the English language. That is if the English language is not your language number one, or if it is not your mother tongue. Now, to apply this scenario with general success or accumulation of wealth, you need to understand that there is no short mantra that you could just say in a minute or two or so and become wealthy at once. You need to understand the fundamentals of wealth. Yes, you need to understand the basics of making money. You see, everything is all energy, and everything depends on how you are able to dedicate time to it. So the frequency of the product or the reality you want must be understood. Otherwise, you cannot manifest that reality in your life. So there is no shortcut to success. Shortcut to success is just but a fraud or a scam. If you really want to make money or you really want to accumulate some wealth for yourself, you have to understand some three basic or some three fundamental rules that can lead you into the temple of wealth. Now, rule number one, you need to understand the mind when it comes to money making. Yes, you need to understand the mind. And in understanding the human mind, it doesn't just take a day or two to understand the human mind. You need years to be able to understand the human mind and how it works. And of course, when you understand the human mind, you realize that everything is energy. And once you have this understanding, then it will lead you to the next step. And the second step that you need to know to be able to enter the temple of wealth is how to think. How to think about the thing you want. So it means thinking will lead you into the mind. And once you understand how the human mind works, then your thinking will help you to be able to enter your temple of wealth. Yes, so the second step is thinking. How do you think yourself into abundance? How do you think yourself into the temple of wealth? How do you think yourself through the process that you need to be able to get what you want? And once you understand how this thinking is done, then it will lead you into action. No matter how long you think, or no matter how you understand the mind, if you don't act on your thinking, then you cannot enter the temple of wealth. So first, you have to understand the mind. Second, you have to think. And third, you have to act on what you think. And if you are able to do that, then you would understand that there is no shortcut to success. You don't just need a day or two. You need to train your mind. You need to train your thinking. And you need to perfect your actions. Only then will you be able to accumulate wealth for yourself. Just as the former system of education, there is no shortcut. For you to be able to go to the next level, you should pass examinations to be able to go the next step. So in the corporate world, for you to be able to amass wealth, to accumulate wealth, or to become rich, you would have to go through a lot. You have to understand that nothing happens by chance or nothing happens by accident. Everything that happens to you can be rest assured it was planned that way. And the law of cause and effect will make you to understand that nothing happens for no reason. For every effect, there is a corresponding cause. So your destiny is in your hands. And if you want to be able to accumulate wealth for yourself, then you need to understand that three things would make you be able to enter the temple of wealth. One is to understand how the human mind works. Two is to think yourself into abundance. And three, you have to act on your thinking. Only then would you be able to amass wealth for yourself. Once again, everything is energy and we are always creators.